I saw it as it traveled through the city. They held up flags high. They hung up the flags high among the clouds. It was a peculiar sight to see. The flags were embossed with gold and an eye in the middle, with a cross. They were triangular shaped and looked scary. The men wore berets and had machine guns as they walked across the empty sidewalk. Their boots clanked as they hit the ground. I noticed as they did it, as for I had to hide. They killed anyone who was like me. They murdered everyone who was like any of us. They only let normal people live. I myself got shot in the legs once, and I got paralyzed. Myself, you would guess that I would call myself crippled, but that's exactly what you can call me. My name is George. I am just a normal, not normal person. After I got paralyzed in the legs, I decided to make a living out of deciding to make myself new ones. I didn't have the machinery to do it, but I guess I could use horses. Because horses could actually be able to take you anywhere. I got on one and it galloped away, sadly. Well, now, the regime doesn't like us anymore. Mecrah doesn't like us anymore. Mecrah is the name of the place that we live in right now. It is a desolate and barren place, except for the regime of the Fulgurites. The Fulgurites are a certain people of a religious group. They believe in some sort of weird, unknown conspiracies or whatnot. Whenever they say something in public, they mean it. Whenever they say that they invented the airplane, you have to believe, solely believe in your heart that they invented the airplane. You can't pretend. You can't fake it. You have to solely believe in your heart, in your brain forever, that they invented the airplane. It's kind of a weird thing to do that, but anyways, yes. The Fulgurites in Mecrah have been rioting for several days now, and we still don't know what to do. There's been too many years passed by. I don't know what day it is, or what year it is, or even what month it is. I'm thinking that it is some sort of time. I think it's Abri, but I'm not 100% sure. It isn't snowing like it was in January or Decium, but it was not really like that. We don't remember that the months of the year were what they used to be. It's because the Fulgurites changed them. Januo, Februario, Marco, Abri, Mayo, Juno, Julio, Augusto, Septembro, and Decem. Oh wait. Yes, and they shortened from 12 months in the year to 11. Because they forgot about, should I say it? October. They forgot about it. Because they said that under no circumstances that they would have October. Now, people in the regime raise flags high among the clouds, and people from far away can see them. I found a weird thing in my backyard. I don't know what it was, but it was like some sort of unidentifiable flying object. I looked at it as it carefully was in there. It was kind of small. Well, not like really small, but small enough. It flipped over and landed. I saw the hatch open from the bottom of it, and little tiny stairs came out. There was probably something inside. I don't know what it was, but it was something. I looked, and I was surprised and shocked that little tiny blue men were coming out of the ship. They looked kind of like aliens, like little green men from Mars, but they weren't from Mars. They were from, well, I don't know where they were from. Said to be from Wolftopia. Yes, that is an actual planet. Discovered a few weeks ago to the fact that a teenager would find a planet is just absolutely crazy. Besides of Wolftopia, it is a gas planet, I'm pretty sure. It isn't really anything else than that, but it is just a gas planet. There lives these little blue men that live on the planet, and slowly they seem to come out and find their way back to Earth. These little blue men, only about 3 inches tall each, came out. There were 4 of them. They each bowed to me, caressing in their language. They started saying something that I didn't really know what language it was in, but it was very I don't know. It was unidentifiable, should I say. It was a different language, and it wasn't really that good. It was not really fluent of a language itself, and it spoke in a very soft tone. It came up to my finger and bit it as I wailed. I got scared and I touched the little green man. Well, it wasn't green, it was blue. They were bluish-green. Well, not fully bluish-green, but partly blue, partly green. I wailed as my fingers swelled, and it seems like they have some sort of poison. I tried to call the doctor for some anti-venom, but it didn't work, as it just grew bigger and bigger and bigger, until one of the aliens came up to me and took some sort of ray gun of some sort in its right hand and shot me right in the thumb where the other alien bit me. It fully healed. Surprising that these medical operations can be done to heal any sort of wound, or especially something that some sort of venomous thing transmitted through the body. Anyways, I touched the little green men, and they smiled back at me as I picked one of them up. I didn't know what to feed it, and it had some sort of big, gigantic, ovulating, gooey, big, hard disc. It looked kind of like a green pancake. It wasn't that large, but it was kind of slippery, gooey, but it was mostly hard and firm. I was wondering how some sort of thing could eat something like this, since it is literally as hard as rock. But they ate the whole thing in one bite. That's just crazy. I tried to ask the aliens for a bit of it, and they gladly gave it to me. They gladly gave a piece of it to me, and I tried to munch down on the hard, firm piece of rock-like substance. Instead, I just waited in my mouth, and it dissolved soon after. It tasted sort of like some sort of fruit from another planet or whatever. Maybe it was made from sort of green fruit from another planet. The regime is still going on. They've bordered the streets and basically started patrolling everywhere. It is pretty bad of a scene to bewilder.